Order. Will you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Okay, we have a roll call, please.
Bachman.
Here.
Henning.
Here.
Gorman. Merkel.
Here.
Kelly. Here. Lieberman.
Here.
Stevens.
Here.
I move to excuse Mr. Gorman.
Second.
Motion to excuse Mr. Gorman tonight. We knew in advance he would not be in attendance. Second by Ms. Kelly, or motion by Mr. Henning, second by Ms. Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, Tim is excused for tonight. Can we move to the clerk's report, please?
Okay, first you have before you the council workshop minutes of September 1st, 2022.
Is there a motion to accept?
Move for approval. Second.
Motion by Mr. Henning, second by Ms. Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, that was unanimous.
And you also have before you the council meeting minutes of September 1st, 2022.
Move for approval. Second.
Motion to approve as written by Mr. Henning, second by Mr. Bachman. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, that's unanimous also. Old business, it looks like we have 3 ordinances
Mayor, I
tonight.
just have-
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Yes, Martina.
I have 2 items. The first is a request for a motion and a vote to amend Resolution 09-2264, which is the resolution authorizing the property casualty and liability insurance. And what we would like to do is amend the $120,963 premium stated in that resolution to $122,198. And the reason for that is after the resolution was prepared, the city received 2 new police cruisers that increased the premium. So what we would need is a motion vote to amend and a motion vote on the amended resolution, please.
Is there a motion to amend?
So moved. Second.
Motion to amend by Mr. Bachman, second by Mr. Henning. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, it is amended. Is, now make it not the same?
Actually, we can make it that in order. And then the second is Resolution 09-2268. That's the resolution authorizing the lease of the golf carts for Meadowbrook at Clayton. As that was originally prepared, the bidder was Mid-Ohio Golf Cart, but the actual lease agreement is with Yamaha Motor Finance Corp. USA. So the amendment was to add Yamaha to that resolution to clarify it. So again, we would just need a motion to amend, and then in the order, we can approve the amended resolution by vote.
Is there a motion to amend?
Move.
No, Mid-Ohio, and maybe the city manager can explain a little more, but I believe Mid-Ohio was the bidder, and then the actual lease agreement is through Yamaha for the golf carts.
That's correct. Mid-Ohio is the leasing company, and then Yamaha is it's the financing company and what the golf carts are Yamaha.
Is there a motion to amend?
Motion to amend, add Yamaha Motor Company. Motor Finance Corporation.
Motion to amend by Mr. Henning, second by Mr. Lieberman. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Yeah, I did see Yamaha on the side of the golf cart, which stuck out. I thought that was different, so. Okay, so we have 3 ordinances in old business. We read the first, please.
Ordinance O09-2229, an ordinance amending Section 311.01 of the Clayton Codified Ordinance entitled Placing Injurious Material or Obstruction in Street.
This is, we talked about this last meeting. Is there any questions or discussion on this? Was the snow in the street?
I'll move for approval.
Second.
Motion to approve as written by Mr. Bachman, second by Ms. Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, that's unanimous. Will you read the second ordinance, please?
Ordinance O09-2230, an ordinance amending Section 351.011 of the Clayton Codified Ordinances entitled Prohibited Parking on City Streets with Snow Accumulation of 3 inches or more.
I want to clarify, so the new wording will be 2 inches. Okay, and again, we talked about that last meeting. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve as written by Mr. Merkel, second by Ms. Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? And the third ordinance?
Ordinance O-09-2231, an ordinance amending Clayton Codified Ordinance Section 531.50 entitled Trimming and Removal of Trees, Plants, and Shrubbery to Prevent Obstruction and Protect Public Safety.
Again, it was discussed last meeting. Any questions or comments?
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion to approve as written by Mr. Henning, second by Ms. Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, that passed unanimously also. And new business, looks like we have 7 resolutions. Will you read the first, please?
Resolution R-09-2262, a resolution reappointing Tracy Barnes to the Parks Advisory Commission.
I see Tracy at a lot of events, and I appreciate all she does for the Parks Advisory Commission. She was working hard at the Labor Day event, too, so I would be more than glad to make the motion to appoint her and thank her for her service.
Second.
Motion to approve as written by Mr. Henning, second by Ms. Kelly, and I think everyone. So we all appreciate her good work and all the parks folks. So that is passed as written. So will you read the second resolution?
Resolution R.
I'm sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, it's unanimous. Thank you. Okay, will you read the second, please?
Resolution R-09-2263, a resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Montgomery County Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor.
Evening. These are just the property tax levies, the rates and amounts they anticipate to collect next year. Again, it's being estimated to be collect 95% of the taxes, 5% delinquent. So it is a small increase, only like $5,000 over this year's amount.
Just one quick question on that. Do you know what the percentage, the actual percentage we collect is? 95's, I think that's pretty good, but do you know if it's over or under that?
We actually just got the settlements in last week, and so I haven't looked at it this year yet. So
Kevin, you worked for the county auditor at one point, right? No.
now we're for the state. I did the
auditor.
county audit. But
So, I don't know this, and you maybe might. At the chamber event a couple weeks ago, Auditor Keith was there and stated next year is when they do the revaluation. So the amount that, judging by the market, and you're a realtor, judging by the market, the values will go up. So do they do any type of preliminary, like, this is what it could go up to help with our budgeting for next year? Or?
when they do their evaluation, they come out with their findings, and then they have to submit it to the state. So they'll say, here's the preliminary ones, they're not approved by the state, and they wait till the state authorizes what they've set as the new increases or decreases, and a lot of times they'd come back and adjust. But with most of our levies, that's all you explained last night at the Citizens Academy, when we take the levy out, we are capped at the values of the assessed values then at that millage rate. So then if property values go up, they use reduction factors to keep us at that same minimum level. It's like the police and fire, last ones we did in 2008 were 3.5 mils. If you look at your tax bills now, they're at 3.3 mils because the reduction factors are bringing it down based on the values have increased. So even though we get increases in values, we don't increase property tax.
Thank you for that explanation.
Any other questions or comments for Kevin on this? Is there a motion?
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion to approve by Ms. Kelly, second by Mr. Lieberman. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, that's unanimous. Will you read the third, please?
Resolution R 09-2264, a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a renewal agreement with the Public Entities Pool of Ohio, PEP, and Burnham and Flower Insurance Group for the provision of property casualty and liability insurance coverage for November 1st, 2022 through October 21st, 2023, with an annual premium not to exceed $122,198.
As a reminder, this is the amended resolution. So.
Correct. We did receive 2 new police cruisers. We ordered those in January and just got them last week, so I added them to the policy, so that's why I increased our premium. We've been with PEP for several years now. I have no issues with them. We get good service from them. We also do get some education for police department, service department, as far as safety and trainings they offer through their library. So I recommend staying with the PEP.
Any questions or comments on that? Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve as written by Mr. Bachman, or as amended, I'll say, by Mr. Bachman, second by Mr. Lieberman. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Thank you, sir. Will you read the fourth?
Resolution R 09-2265, a resolution providing consent to the Ohio Department of Transportation to undertake municipal bridge inspection program within the city limits of the city of Clayton.
Randy?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This is the yearly inspection that ODOT does for the city. It's actually free of charge, and I love free stuff. So we do have to pass a resolution yearly. I believe it's yearly, isn't it, Martina, for the bridge inspection, for the free bridge inspection from
I
ODOT?
believe it is annually.
Just a question, is there any concerns that you're aware of at
No,
this
our
point?
last year inspection, and they give us a disc to look at every year. Last year inspection, we had 2 items we had to take care of. It was pretty minor stuff, and most of that was just trimming, but for the most part, our bridges are in really good shape. The county still inspects a few of ours, but for the most part, ODOT does most of them.
Any other questions or comments for Mr. Sanders on this? Is there a motion?
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion to approve by Mr. Henning, second by Mr. Lieberman. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, passed unanimously. And will you read the fifth resolution, please?
Resolution R 09-2266, a resolution authorizing the city manager to accept the bid and enter into a contract with Wagner Paving, Inc. for paving of the Clayton Park parking lot at a cost to the city of Clayton, Ohio, not to exceed $90,630.80.
This is the second paving project this year, and it looks like we might get them both in. At one time, they were talking about the Clayton Park not being able to be done until the spring, and they have told us now that if we can get it prepped and prepared by the first week of October, we can get that in this year. Wagner Paving was the lowest and best bid for the project, and that fund will be coming out of the ARPA funds. And the way they're moving on it, I'd say it'll be ready in plenty of time. So both those parking lots, and actually the one over on Levon Court actually was, they finished the prep on it today, so it'll be paved hopefully Monday. So both of these areas will be paved, including a path coming down from Salem Street. And then when we do the Salem Street project next year, because all of Salem Street gets paved as well, we'll probably do that parking lot at the top. So it'll have an area up there to park, and it'll have a paved entrance coming down into the park, and then everything, all new asphalt down at the bottom of Clayton Park as well.
Nice.
Talking about where all the gravel is currently?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so that's all going to be?
Yes,
made.
ma'am.
Okay, great.
Good. Any other questions or comments? Is there a motion?
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion to approve by Mr. Bachman, second by Ms. Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Thank you, sir. And will you read the sixth resolution, please?
Resolution R 09-2267, a resolution authorizing the submittal of applications for federal IIJA funds through the Miami Valley Regional Planning Commission.
Mr. Coons?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, City Council. This grant application is for the traffic signal and pedestrian crossing infrastructure improvements that are going to go at National and Haber as part of the Northwood Estates project. This is an opportunity for us to submit for STP funds from NVRPC. You can see that the total cost of the project, based on our engineering from Choice One, is a little bit under $900,000. This grant will cover 80% of the infrastructure improvements. We'll still be responsible for the engineering and the right-of-way acquisition and the design of the project, but that total with our 20% local match requirement will come to a little under $300,000. It'll come to $295,890. So that's the local match. We are still in discussions with the developer on their contribution towards that project. But we believe with the impact fees that we will collect as part of this project, as well as the impact fee fund account that we already have funds in, and then the developer's local match as well, we'll be able to easily come up with that 20%.
That's a light.
It's a traffic signal. It's also putting in an additional southbound lane on Haber, so that'll be an additional turn lane coming southbound on Haber, and it'll be extending the eastbound lane on National Road, and it'll also be putting in pedestrian crossing at that intersection as well. So it's not just a traffic signal. I mean, it's putting in additional lanes and pedestrian crossings.
Is this the type of grant that we might not get this year and you have to reapply next year?
And I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I would say all grants are like that. I mean,
No, I get that.
I just don't know. It could very well be. I mean, if we don't get it, this will be something that we can look at again next year. There's not a history. We don't get additional points if we don't get it this year and apply again next year. As you know, some grants you get additional points. It's not one of those funding sources. But our engineer believes that we have a really good opportunity here and a really good chance of securing it. It isn't the same pool of funds that we've applied for at other times. That those pool of funds were through OPWC, and this is STP funds. And really, the target of this grant is specific to the pedestrian crossing. The fact that we're going to be connecting the multi-use path as part of Northwood Estates to the multi-use path along National Road, and the fact that there's a development there that are going to be bringing students across National Road to go to the schools, to the library. There's all those different components that, from a walkability standpoint, they believe that makes the grant application very strong.
Awesome. If for some reason we don't get it, so if we're going to be spending $300,000, could we use the ARPA funds on it if we don't get this grant for the remaining portion, or
The ARPA funds are already allocated for other projects.
all allocated
Yeah.
for? Okay. Did we see the full list of what everything's allocated for?
Yes, and I can send that to you again
Don't
tomorrow.
mind.
Just a question about the speed on National Road. Does that have any impact, or is that something that could be looked at in terms of if you're going to put a pedestrian crossway, that people trying to cross the road when you have 50-mile-an-hour traffic being?
Yeah,
on
I
the
mean, if you'll
roadway?
recall, last meeting, we had the work session to discuss dropping the speed to 35, and 40 was one of those roads.
I'm just wondering from the standpoint, would that impact? or
That'll
any
have no
effect
impact on the grant application,
Making a
no.
grant application? All right.
From a staff standpoint, I think it's a good idea, for what it's worth.
Good. Any other questions or comments for Mr. Kuntz on this?
Good luck, get it. Move for approval.
Second.
Motion to approve as written by Mr. Henning, second by Mr. Merkel. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, let the record show that was unanimous. And will you read the seventh final resolution, please?
Resolution R 09-2268, a resolution authorizing the city manager to accept the bid submitted by Mid-Ohio Golf Cart, Inc., and enter into a lease agreement with Yamaha Motor Finance Corp. USA for lease of golf carts, GPS units, and a food and beverage cart for Meadowbrook at Clayton at an annual expense not to exceed $89,634.
And again, this is the amended resolution, so Elaine?
Correct. So I'm bringing this to you, even though our lease does not expire until September of 2023. Because of supply chain issues, we do need to get those ordered as soon as possible. We did go out to bid, and this year we are looking, or for this next 5-year period, we are looking to add 5 more carts to the fleet, as well as GPS units and the food and beverage cart.
I
Dennis likes the food and beverage card.
Good, good.
So, the night of the fireworks, I was talking to the couple guys that were down there, and they stated they needed the extras because when they're doing outings and whatnot, they have to cycle them out. Did they feel like 55 then was the adequate amount? And
That's all we can really fit in the cart garage at this point. So that's where we were able to rearrange to get the extra 5. And the food and beverage cart will be gas so that it won't have to sit on the chargers, yeah.
Any other questions or comments on that? Is there a motion?
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion to approve as written by Mr. Bachman, second by Ms. Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay,
Thank you.
good job, thank you. So the next item on our agenda is the city manager's report.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just a few items for you this evening. Just a reminder that the homecoming parade is Thursday, September 29th. I need to have an RSVP into the school early next week, so if everyone could let me know by tomorrow if you plan to attend, so I can get something into them. We still have the open seats on the Salary Commission. We're still looking for one person, so if you know someone, I would appreciate it if you would send them my way so we can field that commission, so I can bring it back to you and we can actually get it seated. If you will recall, we scheduled a work session for October 20th at 6:30 PM to discuss building inspection in the city of Clayton with the influx of development. Staff has began looking at options for building inspection. Excuse me. And then also a reminder that on October 22nd, we have Sweep Clayton Clean here at the city building, beginning at 8 AM to 12 PM. It's not, oh, that's right, it's on Woolery. I'm sorry, the shredding event's here. It's over on Woolery Lane, is where we will be for the Sweep Clayton Clean. And then also the open house is October 4th from 4:30 to 7 PM, and that is with the service department, the fire department, and the police department, and that is held here at this building. So I would invite everyone to come out. And then costumes and carving will be Sunday, October 23rd, 2022, from 1 to 3 PM at Meadowbrook.
Okay, is there any questions or comments for the city manager?
I just have a question on homecoming parade. What time is the lineup? Do you know?
I don't know yet, but I'll let you know.
Thank you.
So we have a lot going on. It's good. Okay. If there's nothing else for the city manager, we'll move to visitors' comments. We have one visitor in-house.
I'm usually dead air anyhow. All I'd like to thank the council for all the people that came and worked. Tremendous evening. Jack's fireworks are just great every year, and I mean, it shows our city is really improving, going up. So I just wanted to thank you all.
Thank you, sir. And council comments, Mr. Bachman, we'll start with you.
Evening, everyone. Really don't have much to add, just really want to echo the success of the fireworks like usual. A lot of residents. I mean, I was literally that evening, getting messages from people about how much they really liked it as usual. So, like I said, last meeting, it's kind of our Super Bowl, and we weather lucked out. I think Jack and I kept looking at our phones about every 20 minutes, and it went from nervous to we'll be all right, and back and forth with that. But so it all worked out. So that's all I have.
Mr. Henning?
Just wanted to thank all the staff and volunteers for volunteering at the Labor Day fireworks. Heard nothing but positive remarks from all the community residents that were there, not just Clayton, Inglewood, Union, Trotwood, Brookville. So just thank you for putting on that. Like I said, I think at the last meeting, and it was stated there by parents, how much so many of those families look forward to that event every single year. I know with COVID, we couldn't do the bouncy houses and some of the other things, but now that it's back, seeing the kids play and have fun over there is just awesome. So thank you all for that. I've been making a lot of motions tonight, trying to move this along because it's Commissioner Debbie Lieberman's birthday. So just wanted to get Dennis out of here. So happy birthday to her. No, she's in. So we have to go have a party at La Fiesta without her. So I just wanted to, say again, thanks to the staff. We're looking forward to all the upcoming events, especially Sweep Clayton Clean. I've already got some inquiries about that. So people have started fall cleaning and are ready to get rid of some junk.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Merkel?
Nothing to add.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Kelly?
Just, again, thank you, Jack. You didn't sit down. You worked your rear off, and thank you to the Parks Commission. Thanks to Kevin and his wife, Diane, for all the hot dog preparations and all the staff that worked hard, and council and volunteers. Also, too, I want to wish Chris Roll a speedy recovery. She had surgery on Monday. So, yeah, just wish her a speedy recovery. That's it.
Thank you. Mr. Lieberman?
Well, Kenny, now that you mentioned my wife's birthday, I'd probably be not in good standing if I didn't say happy birthday to my wife. And she is in Columbus tonight, though, so we can stay here for another hour if you want.
Yes,
All right, thank you. So I guess I'll say happy birthday to Debbie also, and also to Kenny's mother. Yeah, she had a happy birthday this week too. So I really have nothing else. I guess I'll echo what everyone else said about the fireworks. I think it was a great event, and I thank everyone for coming and working. It's big production. It's not a small thing, and I think Jack did a great job as always, and thanks everyone. Thanks for all the parks folks and all the council and all the staff members that helped put that on. I really don't have anything else. As I try to mention every meeting, thanks to everyone for the work. We, as you heard Amanda say, we have a lot of things going on, and it just doesn't happen on its own. It takes work and planning, preparation, and teamwork to pull it off. And just so proud of our staff and our council and our residents too for being able to pull this stuff off. So, well, Tim's not here, so now we have a problem.
I'll move to adjourn.
Okay, motion to adjourn by Mr. Henning, second by
I'll second.
Mr. Lieberman. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?